Evening, folks. Nick Force here. I got a little time to get back out in the shop tonight. What are we working on tonight? Well, earlier I was working on the Husqvarna or Husqvarna 372. Y'all see the video on that. I'll probably release that next for this one. But I got to pulling around with this homelite again, and I found something, and I'll show you. First, I'm going to show you that we have spark. Then I'll show you what was the issue. So, pull you down here. Try and put this guy right about, get it to stick. See if she'll stay right there. Y'all be able to see that? Y'all might be able to. Y'all ready? Oh, wrong way. I got a nice fat blue spark again. I don't know if y'all be able to see that. Let me try. I don't know if I can zoom you in, but y'all just take my word for it. We got spark again. So what was the issue? The issue was, I'll have to pull this off anyways, so I'll go ahead and show you. Gotten pretty good at pulling this flywheel off. There you go. It's pretty easy once you pull it off the first time. So, what our issue ended up being is, bring you in here somewhat close. See this little black wire right here? I mean, you see a butt connector on it now, but there's a little black wire. Well, that's the grounding for our spark, for our coil. Well, it runs up here and it connects up here. Well, inadvertently, somehow that wire got smashed, and it broke the connection. So after troubleshooting for a while, I found that spot where it was mashed. You can see right here. Y'all see that? This camera stinks. Sorry, it's just an iPhone camera. It broke that connection. Well, you couldn't see it with all the junk, and I didn't even realize it was there until I had to really digging around. So that ended up being all our issue. So I cut it back some, spliced in with a butt connector and another connector to connect it up to the points, and voila, we have spark. Will I still probably end up ordering a different point system for this saw? Yeah. Just in case this one ever gives us issues again. That way we don't run into this again, hopefully. So I'm just looking for that little washer. There it is. So that ended up being our issue. So now we have spark and we are ready to proceed. Alright. Flip this guy on around. We are about right there, somewheres. See if we can get her on there. Come on. Oh, come on. So I had it right there. Kind of tough with these starter paws. You can do it. Just gotta have a feel for it. I'm starting to get that feel for it now. I've done it so many times. Okay. Just hold that, use my little pick, open up these starter paws, and get it down. Then grab our nut, and get it started without messing with the paws. Then that one. Get it go a little bit more. That one's going to be our one that's a little bit further down. There we go. Pull this guy back up. There you go. Take your handy dandy implant, where she's just a little tight, and crank her on down. Should be tight enough. Just don't want it flying off. But yep, now we do have spark. I mean, I don't know if y'all still won't be able to see that. I'd have to turn the light off. But I'll try to show you. She's dumping all around now. Got a great spark actually. Make sure that's tight. I heard a couple ugga-dugs. There we go. Should be more than plenty tight. So, one more thing down. And I know y'all see this carb sticking in here. Well, that ain't the factory carb. I'll tell you that right now. It is not. Go ahead and lock this guy on down. There we go. What carb? So you might be asking, what carb is in this? Well, I'm looking at this 272 carb, and I'll show you why. Pull this little fuel line off. We're gonna replace that fuel line. So here's your factory homelite, right? Long needles. There's your throttle linkage, choke linkage, and fuel line. But the biggest issue is, can you see? Let me open it up some. Still can't see that really, can you? See that Venturi size? Really ain't no good way to see it. I mean, it's tiny little Venturi. Where if you go to this guy, much bigger Venturi. Playing with Venturis, in theory, I mean, this one's so small. I'm almost wondering, Pioneer farm saw might even be bigger, and I know it'd be a whole lot easier setup. The only thing that would be an issue is the throttle. But everything else would line up. Literally everything. But I can't tell. I think that Venturi is bigger. So yeah, I can tell you that one's bigger. Yeah. So we may use this one off farm saw. It's just a little bit bigger, but our linkages are right. What I'd have to do with this guy, plus you won't be able to adjust your idle because there isn't a, I'd have to drill a hole in the carb box, which I don't want to do that right now, at least to start with. Is drill a hole somewhere about right there. Yeah, about right there. And our throttle, I have to pull off this shaft, literally flip it around and stick it back on. Really turn it up, literally just flip it from here to there. And that should take care of our choke linkage. And that'd be it. The only other issue would be our fuel line, because it's not straightforward. You'd have to, it'd have a somewhat of a kink in it. But I don't know, we may try this out to start with. It ain't hard to swap them around. This thing is pretty inside. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll try to at least start with. So I'm gonna go drill this hole right here. I mean, that ain't gonna hurt enough if I want to do it for something else. Pop this choke arm off, which can't flip that one around. I was trying to see if I had one here that had the arm on the other side. I do not believe I do. And that's okay. I mean, like I said, we can swap it on over. There ain't no issue. Just gotta literally press it off the end of it, press it back on, and try to pin it back over. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and we'll be right back, and we'll start putting the card box together. Alright guys, we're back. There's our other hole drilled for our linkage. There's our choke flipped around. I mean, here's what it looked like before. Here's a similar. So that's all I did was took it off, literally turned it upside down, or yeah, took it off, turned it upside down and flipped it over. And now it is going the opposite, toward the top. See, like that? Now it goes wham, instead of from the bottom like this one. Boom, 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 boom. That's how you do it. All I did was pop this arm off the shaft, flipped around, pinned it back over, and I threw a couple of little B spot welds just to hold it, just to be 100% positive. Now, believe that covering anything else other than that. I don't believe so. So we can use one of these style gaskets. Go ahead and, do we want to go ahead and replace that fuel line since it's leaking through that second, this guy? Let's go ahead and do that. I don't like that. So to start with, I'm just going to pull this guy back through here. I want to find a size that is a little bit bigger than him. I believe that's going to be smaller. And it is. Try this guy. That's going to be our ticket, I believe, right there. Be darn close to it. Still a little loose. Do we have anything bigger? That's going to be a touch bigger. That's going to be a tight fit. I can tell you that now. So what we'll do is give her an angle cut like so. And you can fairly easily slide it on through there. Oh yeah, much better fit. This one's like a hot dog down a hallway. Oh, and it's already gotten hard. Huh. It's supposed to be good tag on, but I can't remember who I bought this off of. But like I said, it's already gotten hard. Pull that guy on out of there. Oh, I forgot to actually zip tie this one on here. And we can feed this guy through there, just like so. Guess I should have marked off how long this was. We'll pull it back. So, pull you. I think we cut like an extra ½ inch off, so we'll give it another half, somewhere right in there. Right in there, should be plenty. And we'll slide her back in. There we go. Pull it on up, out. Keep sliding her on through. I usually slide right in the middle there. And we'll actually save this line, maybe something else in the future. Put it in this box over here. Usually try to save my lines, you never know when you might use them. Because it's not a bad line, it just got shrunk to where it wasn't sitting there anymore. Now I got a handful of these filters. I got some bigger filters as well. There we go. That should fit that line very nice. We'll go ahead and blunt it back off. Like so. Should be able to. Ooh, that might be a little tight on this guy. Much bigger filter. We're going to have to open it up just a little bit. Just take your thin needle nose pliers. Open her up just a little bit. And she's going to try to go back down, so you got to do this fairly quick. She'll shrink back down. Probably would help if I put a little looby-dooby on it. I will open her up again. Unshrunk to where it's not wanting to go again. So, open her up one more time. Throw her in here. Come on. Need you just go down a little bit further for me. Just work it around and it'll go on there. That should be enough. Throw her on down there. Once she reaches the bottom, you are all good. Got a little slack left in it. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. As long as it reaches the bottom, which it looks like it is, it's submerged. Alright, now we gotta grab this guy. And the fun begins. Pull this clip back off. Little C-clip. We will connect up our fuel line if we can. We'll actually pull it back through some, and we'll slide her back down in there. Looks like she's going to be a fairly tight fit on the line, which is good. So we trimmed off a little bit of that elbow. Grab our gasket that I just had, that I just misplaced. I swear, sometimes I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. I just had it. Now I ain't got a clue what I've done with it. Sometimes it helps if you sit down and lay stuff out like you're supposed to. Found it. There's that gasket. We won't be sealing it because these usually seal up pretty good on these saws. I ain't too worried about it. Go ahead and let's see which one's got better head on it. Both of them kind of suck, but that's the better of the two. We'll leave it up there. Push these guys down in here. There you go. And we'll back her up a little bit so we can slide this gasket on. Like so. And then we're good to go. Something like that. Get my little BO screwdriver started. At least so I get down to the nitty gritty. Gasket looks like it's lined up good. Do believe you can get this guy in here. Yep. Oh, man, that's daggum near perfect. And you really don't have to put that what's it called back in, because it the only way it can slide out. You'd have to really work it to get it back out, but we'll put it in there anyways. Let's go ahead and tighten this guy up. Pull slack out of there. That way should have plenty of fuel flow still. And if we do, we can always press out that fitting and put in a elbow fitting. But I doubt we'll have any issue. Or you can always put a spring inside right there to keep it from. There we go. There's 272 carb on it. Now we will have to adjust this linkage just a tad. And just a tear. Something like that. Popped out on us. That should be full throttle. I mean, it may, yeah, it may pop out because these things don't have a very good what's going on, but your chances of it popping out are slim, and it's fairly easy to put back on if you need to. Let's drop this little clip back in here. Can. And then we'll start buttoning this guy up. Clips back on. It's the only thing, so I messed up a little bit. Now the choke being fully out, it's going to be pulled out, it's going to be fully open, and pushed in, it's going to be shut. But that ain't going to matter because it's not in any way ergonomically anyways. So that's no big deal. Now what will bother me is this choke linkage, or throttle linkage. And it doesn't do it often. So I think what I can do is bend this guy out just a touch here more. Where, yeah, it's still going to just barely do it. See if we can get a little more angle on this guy. That way it more or less hooks in there. Oh, that was definitely the wrong way. Angle it back out. Move it forward just a touch. I have to do something with that. Either put it. I know what I can do. I know what I can do with you. There we go. So we got pretty well full throttle. Choke on, choke off. Just gonna have to remember it's backwards, but no issue. once you get there, be hard pressed to shut it. So I mean, you ain't gonna be what's called too much. Tell you what, we'll bring this guy further in, like so, to where it pretty well has a match to stay in there. May have lost a little bit more of our what's called, but we can make it up in this bend right there. Giving it a little bit more. I say we're back into about full throttle. That last quarter is just it. Last little quarter bit of throttle on these carbs is it. The throttle shaft going from straight to just a little bit under, so you don't have to hit it fully. Just get pretty darn close. So I think that should work. All right, next on the to-do, put our wheel cap back on. Throw our starter back on, hopefully for the last time. If it will cooperate with us. There we go. Well, take that back. Missed one thing. Gotta put our kill wire back on. There you go. Then you gotta simultaneously kinda put it on here, which I wish they made it just a little bit longer. I always have a devil of a time trying to do this. I don't think she'll come off. Make sure we're good on that side. Try to. There we go. Start putting our bolts in. Should be one down here. Somewhere, come on. There we go. One up here. Now this thing does not have high compression. I hope nobody thinks that it does, because it does not. These things from the factory don't have hardly any compression, and this one, granted brand new rings, wore out cylinder, and we raised the exhaust a fair amount, so she ain't gonna have high compression by any stretch. About have it. For ain't even firing yet. She might have enough to fire. I'm gonna test this kill switch, make sure it works in case we have an air leak. I've run into that issue where you gotta make sure you got some compression. I don't want you to think it ain't got none, because it does have some. I'm gonna set it down here real quick. I can hold it with my foot. So she's gonna have some. She'll have some compression to her. Just not a whole lot. Like, but she'll get better with time. Put this back up in this holder. Keep it away from that exhaust. Now all we have left is, I believe, the handle. Really. And I mean, literally just wrapping up the last little deal thing. That'd be it. If I remember right, we was missing a screw or two. So I'm hoping I can get by with some of these muffler screws left over from the other muffler. We will see. If that's the case, that would be amazing. Yeah, that one's still gonna be loose, but so, recap this whole series on this XL12. Got a new set of rings, got a new new set of rings, port job, new gaskets. I say new gaskets. Dropped new rings, new reed. Dropped the base gasket. Did a base gasket delete. Raised the exhaust roof. Raised the opened up the lower transfers, and I think that's all we did to it. That should be much better than it was. Oh god. Put these little two guys in, which I believe were these. That might have been these. Just don't want to pop through that tank. Yeah, I know I'm dripping a little fuel. I'm dripping a fair amount of fuel out of that cap. Gotta get a new seal on that cap. I need to get one of y'all started. I think it's gonna be these smaller ones. Dripping out there like crazy. I'll loosen this back up real quick. That way we have a little bit of leeway. This guy. We will set it. Try to do it like that. Here we go. Shouldn't let too much fuel out. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be too long, but we'll check. I feel like it's gonna be them other ones. It's just a wee bit shorter. I could be wrong. Nope, yep. 1/4 inch too long. These little fellas. Like I said, if I went a little too high on the exhaust roof, I have a Super XL cylinder here and piston. I gotta look. I think the piston may be messed up, but I'll double check. these back down. So it's a little too long, but this upper one should do most of our clamping for us. There you go. This guy out here, which we'll tighten them down, just want to get it fairly snug. We'll use a wrench to finish tightening on down. That's too big. I'll need that guy's just right. Some days stuff goes real smooth for you, other days don't go with the darn for you. And finally today stuff's going fairly smooth. Sometimes you just gotta take a step out of the shop for a little while. I don't want to press against that gas tank and wear through it, so I'm going to slide that guy back out of there. Against that tank just a little bit. We'll pull it out for now, save it, get us a different bolt to go in there, a little bit shorter. It was pushing up against that fuel tank. I don't want to split this side of the case off. Hoping it didn't open up that, what's it called, that gasket. Sure that's out so that ain't just messing with our foot level or throttle level. Have our filter. Top cover. So I think she'll have enough to run. It'll probably come up some, but I ain't expecting it to come up a whole lot. But there you go. One homelite pulled apart, ported, put back together. So I'm gonna see if I can find this other piston and cylinder real quick, just so I remember exactly what was up with it. It was this. Is it missing plating? It was, yeah. Piston's good, cylinder is junk because it was missing plating above the exhaust port. Way too much of it. Probably ½ inch. So we'd have to get a different cylinder, which, I mean, hell, you can pick them up for 20-30 bucks if that. Depending on where you go. You'll put a new gasket on that gas cap, but that's it, folks. She's back together. We'll throw it in the back of the truck, see how it runs tomorrow. If we can get it to hell, see if she'll pull fuel just to be safe. That'll about wrap up our time. Yeah, I believe I see fuel in there. So she's pulling fuel. So we'll just have to see what she does tomorrow. And that should wrap that up. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all somewhat liked the series. Like I said, I gotta get a couple bolts for this saw that's missing. And we'll try her out. We'll see what she performs like. Like I said, I might have gone a little high on that exhaust. If that's the case, then we're just going to step up to a what is it, 46 to 48 millimeter, if I remember right, somewhere in there, to make it actually 57 cc's instead of 54. Or I may pick up another stock cylinder. I don't know. That way I don't have to swap out the piston and such. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really appreciate all the everybody liking the videos, everybody that comments on them. I love talking to y'all. I mean, if y'all ever need any parts, let me know. I got a bunch of part saws, especially on the McCullochs. I have some parts I'm willing to let go of. Some of them I'll probably hold on to. But I mean, reach out to me, and you never know. We can square up a deal. I've squared up deals with a couple folks like Indiana Doug, Chad Collins over at Nothing But Chainsaws, and some others. So if y'all need any parts, hit me up down in the comments, or you can email me at nicktheforester22@gmail.com. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks, y'all.